Hi, my name is Carina and welcome to the Carina Chronicles. In this reading vlog, I'm not reading that much, as I'm more showing you what I've been up to in February, which does include a lot of books and several dreams coming true. So I think this video is still worth watching. So if you've watched my videos recently, like videos from February, you know that things have been very hectic. I'm not going to go too much into detail because I've just explained it in my last video that went up yesterday quite a lot. But in conclusion, I was away with an orchestra and we went on a tour. And in between I still needed to work, and I also got sick, which was not really a dream coming true. So there was really no room left for filming. So to get back into the schedule, I'm uploading now every day until Monday the 13th. Then I will upload 2, Tuesday 2, and then on the 15th of March I will be back on my usual schedule. And we're catching up in the meantime, so I'm not looking my best because I'm not putting that much effort in. I'm just updating you in everything that happened. In this time there will be 3 reading vlogs. I say 3, do I mean 3? Or do I actually mean 4? Well, doesn't matter. 4, I guess. Yes, 4 reading vlogs. Oh, well. And I've divided them into different sections on what's been going on, actually. So, in this first reading vlog of those 4 different reading vlogs, I will update you on how the tour went. I will show you some pictures of the beautiful concert halls I've been, and I'll tell you some little stories. And I will also tell you about a day I've been representing my bookstore at a bookstore/publishing brainstorm day, where I actually ended up needing to give a presentation, which is also kind of a dream coming true because I want to work at a publishing house, but they don't allow people that have no experience in the book world. At least in the Netherlands they do not. So that's why I started working in a bookstore in the first place. Like, I really love it there. I love the work. I actually love it even more than I expected to. But initially it was like a setup for me to eventually go to a publishing house. And well, things happened there that were very interesting. My bosses, by the way, know this. They just encourage me to try to develop myself, and if that means that I will end up at a publishing house, they're still happy that I'm in the book community, so they're fine with this. But well, that is an interesting story to tell as well. So that's what this reading vlog is about. Then my next one will be about Slovenia, where I've been on holiday, and also about the books that I've read there, because I did read some books. Books that I read and the writing process, and some clips and videos about Slovenia. The third reading vlog will just be kind of a normal reading vlog that I'm filming right now because, well, not filming right now, but like this week, because I'm actually reading multiple books. Reading is going great, so I have enough to update on. And then the fourth reading vlog will be that same kind of thing, but then next week, where I probably will read other books. So then we're back on track. So let's start with this reading vlog. So I went to this orchestra. I was a substitute, so this orchestra went away for like the whole month of February. They started rehearsing on the 2nd of February actually, and they just were on this farm where they lived for 2 weeks, and they rehearsed every day from 10 in the morning until 10:30 in the evening, every day, which is kind of intense. And then every night there was a party, and like an organized party, just not just drinking a little bit or something, no, an organized party. And it is very intense. So these people got very close and very well in their music. I was asked last minute, so I've only been there for like 3 days and I already felt like, whoa, this is very intense, but very cool. And then we went away for 13 concerts. I participated in 11 of them. The concerts that were actually in the Netherlands, because it is quite a famous orchestra in the Netherlands, so they have a name to live up to, and they wanted to have the same orchestra sitting there every Dutch concert. So it was most important for me to be there. And there were also 2 concerts in Belgium, but I only could take a certain amount of days off. So they said, okay, don't worry about the Belgium concerts. We will make sure there's a substitute for you as a substitute to do those 2 concerts, and you will do the 11 in the Netherlands. Which was very cool. The concert halls were great. I'm just going to show you some of the pictures of me sitting there and also of some of the concert halls, just some pictures of my experience. So as you've just seen, that was kind of incredible. So I'm not going to go into more detail than that, because it's already clear that was very cool. The music we played the 7th Symphony of Bruckner, which is, if you're into classical music, I would recommend you to listen to it. It is one of my favorite pieces, and after this whole month, it has become my favorite musical piece ever existing. I had such a beautiful part in it, like that what I needed to play was so great. That was all the detail I'm going to get into. If you have any questions, you can always DM me or leave a comment or something. But this is a channel about books. So I'm stopping about the music now. But literally my dreams were coming true. Thank you for supporting me through it and being so understanding that we were not going to post any more videos for that time. But it was great. Thank you. Also, I needed to show that it's been snowing like this for like the whole week. And no snow like actually stays on the ground. Well, now it's starting to. I need to go to the mall in like a few minutes. But well, snow in March. So in between, something really strange happened. I got invited to go to this day that I was just talking about with bookstores and publishing houses. And I was invited because my boss, like the highest boss of the company, the owner actually of the bookstores, was like, I think this is something for Carina. Also because I did mention that I wanted to work at a publishing house. And he invited me, and that is really kind. He is really nice. Everything about it is really nice, but he didn't really communicate with me that he was going to invite me. And I was away for like more than 2 weeks actually because of this concert trip. So my direct boss called me, I think 2 days in advance, being like, Carina, I know you're away, but I think you would really like this. This and this is going to happen. Can you go? And I was like, no, I can't go. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. But then I looked at my schedule, and that was actually the day that we played the concert at my hometown, which meant that there was no host family. Like usually you sleep in host family, so you meet a new family every day and you sleep there, and they don't get paid or anything. They just make you dinner. It's so sweet, and they help this project to keep existing. So the schedule is usually you travel by bus with all of us, like a tour bus, to a next city. Then you have an organized lunch by the university or the concert hall or someone. Then you meet your new family for that day. You talk with them, you have some time to clean up or something. Well, I do it in the wrong order. First, we have like a rehearsal at the stage, so a sound check as well. Now, then you meet your family, you have some time, you eat dinner, then we play a concert, then there is a party. And then the next day this all happens again. But because it was now in my hometown, I didn't have a host family, I would just sleep at my own house. And I also didn't really need a rehearsal because it's also to get to know the concert hall, but this concert hall I've been playing in for since I was like 12 or something. So I knew the hall. Everything would be fine. So I asked the board, am I allowed to not be at the rehearsal that day? And then I won't go with you with the tour bus and I will actually work. And they were like, fine, if you need to work, you can work. So I went to this day and I'm going to try to keep it short, but there were a lot of people there. We were divided into random groups divided by a random person that was like, okay, so we have different people from different companies in groups, and we were brainstorming about certain subjects. There were like 5 questions, mostly about how we get more readers involved, younger readers involved, new talent, everything about that. And every group got 1 question that they needed to discuss things about. And I actually needed to discuss how we would get younger, no, not per se younger, how we would get new authors to, well, succeed better, actually. How we could help debut authors in the Netherlands, because even though people in the Netherlands have been reading more than the last 10 years, the Dutch language is dying, like in books it is, which is such a shame because it can be so pretty. I know literally no one in my surroundings that likes it, which is horrible. Dutch language is pretty and beautiful and I want to save the literature, but even if there's like a very good debut novel, people just ignore it. So we needed to brainstorm about that. And one of the things that we were talking about was how could we make like a transition between young adult and adult literature, because young adults are reading more and more, but when they stop liking young adult content, they just stop reading instead of transitioning to the literature that is supposed to be for adults. So we were discussing things about that, which was very interesting. We had like an hour discussion or something, put some bullet points and a lot of things. And then I ended up needing to present this. And that went actually quite well, which is like the only real talent I have is presenting. I've always been good at that. I can talk about things even if I don't understand them at all, which is bad, but it's just, I can do that. So they let me, I didn't even ask to be the one to present because I was very nervous, but they were like, no, you need to do this. So I did it and people were actually quite impressed. So this publisher came up to me and was like, I'm going to send you some books. Spoiler, there are 9, so it's not some. I'm going to send you some books. I would like you to read them, evaluate them, and then give me some feedback on which books would be suitable to make a new collection out of them, so that young adults might be more intrigued to pick them up, because there are a beautiful collection with a coupling theme about it. and maybe it makes it easier to get into it as a young adult. There was another young girl also from our company, but that was like a coincidence, and she had the same talk, or actually she had a longer talk about this, so she knew this was coming. For me it was quite random that she went up to me and said like, Carina, I'm going to send you some books, I know where you work, so you'll just get them and please read them. Which was very cool. And now, a few weeks later, I actually know that I, in a few months, will be invited to their publishing house. The plan is that I've then read the books, and we will be there, me and this other girl that was also invited, together with an illustrator, to actually start this series, to help finding like a design for this, which is so cool. This is literally my dream coming true. So I was so happy. I am going to show you the 9 books that I actually got now. I am nervous because I don't think they're actually all suitable, but I think I should be very honest about that because that's why they asked my opinion. So also a bit stressed out. I usually read like 50 books per year, and 9 books is quite the percentage of that. So a little bit nervous, but I'm going to try to fit it in. Like, my plan is when they give me a date, but like now I want to just randomly sometime pick a book up if I think it's suitable, but there are so many books that I want to read also for other projects and for myself, you know, it should be enjoyable still. But if they actually give me a date when I need to finish it, I plan on making a schedule. They also said if some books really don't feel suitable, just don't read them. So I will make a selection, and then I will make sure that I read like 50 pages every day and see how far I can get. So then I will just do it like as a work task every day. So after work, right before dinner or right after dinner, just read that as part of my job, and then don't see it as leisure time when I'm actually reading. So that's what I will do. Now I will show you the 9 books. And then it's done for this reading vlog, because that's already quite a talk again. So except for this postcard collection, these are the 9 books that I should be reading. All Dutch, obviously, also no translations. They're all real Dutch books. The one that sparked my interest the most is this one, Mary, because it's actually a biography about Mary Shelley, the author of Frankenstein, which I think is very cool. And it could be very suitable for a collection. So I think that's the first one that I'm going to read. Alexandra, I've heard great stories about. It's also about a woman in Russian history. Not really my type, usually. But it's apparently very, very good. This one I found interesting as well. It's translated to my infinite amount of identities, something like that, which sounds like something suitable for our current society and young people that are living here now. This is one that's some people say it's the best book of 2022, but I think it's very unsuitable for this, so I think it will be the last one that I pick up. But well, still curious. This one has a nice cover, so I'll probably read that one as well. But we're starting with Mary, and then Alexandra, and then my infinite amount of identities, and then we'll see if there's time left to read some others. But cool, right? So that was actually it for this reading vlog. I hope you liked it, to hear about how 2 of my dreams are coming true. The last one with all the books and the publishing house will definitely get like a continuation. I will keep you up to date. If you have any questions or want to share any of your life-changing experiences, I would really like to know in the comments. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, you will be notified whenever I post a new video. I hope you'll have a lovely day filled with books, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! It literally was such a weird month for me. All my dreams are coming true. Like, I want to work at a publishing house, but this publishing house was also so supportive and